We're back 8:37 with a topic that is very important, but one that's not always easy to discuss. Getting older can leave a lot of us feeling a little uncomfortable. But lucky for us, acclaimed journalist, author, activist, and longtime friend of the Today Show, Joan Lunden, wrote a new book. I love the title. Why did I come into this room? A Candid Conversation About Aging. Joan, good morning. Have you seen my glasses lately? I can't find them anywhere.
Oh, I know.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. We get older and suddenly we kind of feel like, am I losing it? Why did I walk into this room?
See, if you're in your 20s and you can't find something, you don't think anything about it because you're not programmed to worry. But once you're in your 40s, 50s, and you start, like, coming out of the mall saying, where did I park my car?
Yes.
Or looking for your glasses, and you go all over, you look in every coat pocket, and then you realize they're on your face?
Yes, yes. Been there, done that. Now, it's interesting because, as I understand it, you decided to write this book, and it kind of sprung from an appearance on the Today Show a couple years back.
Well, I was doing a special series for the show on the value of friendships and companionship, which is even more important as we get older. And I had an interview with the Hollywood Reporter, a phone interview, to talk, to promote the series. And this guy answered. I could tell he was young when he answered. But his first question was, what's it like now going back to morning TV as a senior citizen? That was his first question.
Were you like, wait, who is the senior citizen?
Like,
what?
Who are you talking about? This is Joan Lunden. And it just, stopped me in my tracks. But it started me thinking about, is that how I'm perceived now? Because of my age. And why are we so tied to age? If you have 4 women that are all 62, they're probably incredibly different. And the worst description is that they're 62. The danger is that when we start thinking of ourselves as that age, sometimes we start to think that we are less capable, that we can have less things we can expect to happen in our lives.
Actually, telling someone's age is the least descriptive thing you could really say about them when you think about it. You actually say in the book to think about what age you feel.
Yes. And everybody's got a number in their head. Do you have a number?
I guess I do.
What's your number?
I mean, I might say like 38 or something.
That's
35,
a very normal,
which I would like that.
Mine's
but frankly,
45.
I like being I mean, I'm in my 40s. I'm 48. I love being in my 40s.
It's usually 10 years younger, though, as to how your brain thinks of yourself.
Yeah. What do you think women are most reluctant to talk about when it comes to aging?
There are so many things that happen to women that don't happen to men because of declining estrogen.
Yeah.
And, I mean, besides the hot flashes, people tend to say the okay talking about hot flashes, but in regards to someone else having them.
Yes.
But there are so many other things. And, I mean, leaky bladders.
Yeah.
Discomfort in sex. I mean, there's the inability to sleep, a loss of libido, expanding waistlines. These things are annoying, and they're worrisome to a woman because so often we just think it's happening to us, like, what's wrong with me? And the next thing is to say, oh, I'm not as appealing, I'm not as desirable. And then, it kind of goes down that track. If we just stop letting these things be taboo, and we all started talking about them because they happen to everyone.
Why don't we all just talk about it? There's just like lovely little nuggets. I think this will really make people feel good when they read this book. You have some, you have like a list. It's called Decline to Decline.
Yep.
And it embodies your attitude, so we can actually go through them. One of them, I like this, get in the sunshine and fresh air.
Well, interestingly, isolation, according to experts, is as dangerous to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Wow.
And so it sounds mundane and like so simplistic, but getting out.
Take a little walk, even if your back hurts or whatever, just a little bit.
And, they say the 3 things that will really predict how well you age are staying engaged in life, having social connections, join clubs, get friends. So when you wake up in the morning, you have somebody to talk to and to relate to and share things with. And the last thing is having a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
So, and you don't have to join some big club or something. Just do a good deed. There's a lot of ways
to put energy in your voice.
Oh.
Why do you say that?
Because while some people get louder because they can't hear, women especially, they start to talk more softly. And you become meek, you become unengaged, and they say sing at home. You don't have to do it out in public, just at home. But if you sing, it's hard to sing to a song in a whisper.
Yeah.
So it like lets you bring your voice out. And that really engages you again in life. And it's so important to be an active member of life.
Well, like I said, there's a lot that's really fun in this book. It's you get good information, but it's got such a nice, light, warm heart about it.
I don't know if you've gotten to the last chapter, but it's I want to be cremated. It's my last chance for a smoking hot body.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Joan Lunden, thank you so much. The book is called Why Did I Come Into This Room? And you can find out more about it. Website is today.com/shop.